Well, and this is maybe a good point to turn to CPAC, since we're talking about transgender stuff, because this is the big piece of news over the weekend. There was a guy, Michael Knowles, Daily Wire host, Ben Shapiro's publication, and he said, quote, transgenderism must be eradicated. And
from public life.
Yeah.
There can be no middle way in dealing with transgenderism. It is all or nothing. If transgenderism is true, if men really can become women, then it's true for everybody of all ages. If transgenderism is false, as it is, if men really can't become women, as they cannot, then it's false for everybody too. And if it's false, then we should not indulge it, especially since that indulgence requires taking away the rights and customs of so many people. If it is false, then for the good of society, and especially for the good of the poor people who have fallen prey to this confusion, transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely. The whole preposterous ideology at every level.
You know, it's like this is where they're going with this. And a number of publications where they ran headlines saying that like he wants to eradicate trans people, you know, and like the Daily Wire threatened lawsuits for defamation. And I think David Roberts had a Twitter thread where he was talking about this. And he was saying basically that like this dude isn't saying like we should literally like round up all the trans people and exterminate them. You know, and I think his thread makes some good points. You know, it's like the guy, I mean, plainly in terms of language, he isn't calling for like death camps. He didn't literally say, let's find all the transgender people and let's gas them with Zyklon B. And you know that there is a strain of conservative rhetoric going back, I mean, probably centuries, which is basically like the closet. You know, like we need to make it so that homosexual people, transgender people feel that they cannot participate in society. And so anybody who feels like they can sort of fake it will just put on a mask and they'll sort of conform, and all the deviants will be relegated to subcultures.
Oh yeah, see, that's actually the thing. The deviancy. It's not even just that like let's if they do it in private, you know, don't ask, don't tell, or whatever. It's a deviancy. So for their own good, we should do conversion therapy, and for their own good, we should convince them of the falsity of this thing, so that they can actually not be a sick person or a mentally ill or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And that definitely is part of the story. But I think there's another part of the subtext here, which is about the way the types of behavior that this type of rhetoric legitimizes. And I think Roberts kind of went off the rails a little bit when he was saying, oh, we're not talking about killing people, because I think there are a lot of people who absolutely are thinking about killing people. And I was reminded of the Colorado Springs shooting at a gay bar. This was back in November, I think. There were 5 people killed, 25 injured. This just fucking fail-son guy, you know, walks in there with the AR-15 and body armor and a pistol and just opens up. And this was during Transgender Awareness Week. And, you know, maybe people don't remember this. There's so many fucking mass shootings these days. But the dude, the culprit was subdued by a patron of the bar who was a veteran. His name was Richard Fierro. He was there with his family, and this guy tackled the shooter and took his pistol away from him, and it was like beating him on the head. And one of the actual, I think, performers there was like stepping on the guy with their heel.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know, I mean, the thing that really jumped out about this to me was that you know, we have a mass shooter walk in. We have a veteran who uses his, like, you know, tactical skills or whatever, you know, I mean, maybe he just ambushed the dude, but he does the thing. He's the good guy with the gun. I mean, he took it from but like, he does what conservatives say they want to do all the time.
The individual heroic act of courage, right?
And you did not see any celebration of this dude whatsoever across conservative media. And I think what that suggests is that in their heart of hearts, they thought it was fine. They didn't like the fact that this guy was such a hero. It was uncomfortable to them. They didn't want to think about it. And so they didn't celebrate this dude who was like doing, you know, literally protecting his family. That's the end of the preview, folks. As usual, we like to mention that this podcast is sponsored by the American Prospect Magazine. So if you want to listen to the whole thing, you can subscribe at $5 a month. If you want that, plus a free subscription to the website, plus the opportunity for a steeply discounted print subscription, you can do that if you so wish at $10 a month. And otherwise, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.